Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Bayerl from Glassworks Lamberts, Germany. I am the CEO of the company, and I want to take you on a journey about colored light. We manufacture our products for artists like Gerhard Richter or Olafur Eliasson, for design brands like Louis Vuitton or Berluti, and for architects like Norman Foster and C.F. Möller. To understand the product and the final application we supply, you need to understand the company and the product we manufacture. The company is located in Germany, in southeastern part, close to Munich, and we are focused on a traditional glass method. That's our production hall, a historic monument, where all the production is taking place. We melt all our glass from sand to glass. That's the base for all glass. A lot of people don't know that. One of our major specialities is to add any color you can imagine to the melting process. So we can create at Lamberts all colors you can imagine. For this process, we need a lot of people because it's a handmade manufacturing process where we need experts and a long experience. Talking about experience, we have to talk about tradition. So the manufacturing process we do at Lamberts is centuries old. And a lot of people know the products from historic monuments like Drottningholm's Castle, Riddarhus, Skokkloster, or stained glass windows of churches all around the world. So, to show you what we do and what people did centuries ago, for example, in the copper print in the 1700s, not much changed, but a lot of details change to set up a company or to run a company like Lamberts in the 21st century. As I mentioned, it's handmade with craftsmen, and it's called mundblas cylinderglas. That's the right description for the product we manufacture. We melt the sand especially in a big range of natural ceramic pots we manufacture on our own. So we are able to produce every single day 18 different colors. And we can also put it together to do special creations and compositions. As mentioned, glass is made from sand at high temperatures. And finally, we get fluent glass at around 1,400 degrees Celsius. As we are expert in specialty glass and specialty colors, we are very sensitive during the process to really reach target for the major production process, the cylinder glass process. So here's the color comparison during night times, where the melting master is checking the customer or stock sample with the current glass that's in the ceramic pot. We are working with traditional tools. It's an iron pipe, about 2 meters long, about 8 kilograms heavy. And with these tools, our glass blowers gather the glass from the furnace out of the ceramic pots. Finally, after preparing special shapes of the bubble, the master produces a balloon he's opening together with his assistant on both sides. After a first quality check and scoring the cylinder lengthwise, we reheat the cylinder and flatten it to the final product. And that's a sheet of a very special glass product. That's about the regular product dimension, about 60 by 90 centimeters. What you can make with these small, tiny sheets can be seen in the projects I show you afterwards. Additionally, we took over some specialty casting processes. So we produce slab glass for traditional concrete glazings, but also for very, very high exclusive design projects. We do a different hand casting process, about 3 to 5 millimeters in thickness, where we very often customize products from the design status to the final product. Here you see a spar example, which was made by customized table cathedral sheets. So the whole floor, the walls, the ceiling, all the furniture was made with little mosaics. I mentioned Gerhard Richter, one of the most popular artists alive. He did 2 projects with glass. Both projects were completely done with glass from our factory. We have been the honor to cooperate with the architects of the Elizabeth Tower. And finally, we produced every single glass panel in the clock tower of Big Ben. I mentioned Drottningholm, Scott Cloister, and all these old heritage buildings in Sweden. I just took international ones on the side to not forget anybody in Sweden. That's the idea. That was the idea of the cylinder glass technique, to produce the finest sheet glass for functional windows. And that's what we're still going ahead. So we still supply those monuments during the restoration processes with the original glass, with the same product features, because it's done the same way. Schloss Neuschwanstein also uses a lot of LambertsGlas in several qualities. You can do great interior design on public places. So many people worry about a handmade product in the 21st century in a public building. How can you secure the safetiness? That all works if you have the right partners. You can do objects with glass. So it's great design, but it's also art. So you have a use for the product. And how a project with our product is working, I'd like to show you on or with an example. We did around the corner in Solna together with the architectural office of C.F. Möller. About 8 years ago, a call reached me and somebody mentioned, I have an architect who wants to do art, colors, etc. pp. So we get in contact with the builder, the architect, and some other people, and we're talking about the project and the use for the application they want to have in the staircases. And at the very beginning, the architect and me decided we want to have some architectural. We want to do a white marble wall illuminated from the backside, which has a use, a function, but also a very significant design, a very special and individual surface. The staircases are huge, so each of the staircases has the size of a basketball field, all made with mouse-blown glass. And it starts with the design. So the architect designed the wall, and we manufactured a customized product. We promoted next to a lot of other very similar opaque products. And finally, they decided for a double-flashed hand-blown sheet glass for the whole staircases. It was all about quality from the very, very beginning. So each single piece, as it is in our manufacturing process, was done by hand. And each single sheet has been controlled several times at the Lamberts glassworks. You see on the right side the head architect of C.F. Möller, who was really amazed about the special appearance of the product and the crafts that was added by the final processing of the glass. After the sheets left the company, they had handed over to a special glass processing studio, who additionally checked every single sheet according to the regular quality, but also about the shading. It was a very special marble shading was appreciated. They hand scored all 2,500 pieces to the same size, laminated it to a tempered safety glass, and because during the construction process they found out that they just have 12 centimeter space between the wall and the staircases, they asked us if we have any solution to build a bridge, to make a tiny fixing system to hold the panels, which have been set up in a modular system. So in this cooperation with Derek's Glass Studios, we designed a fixing system that worked in a height of 50 centimeters and in a width of 8 meters, very, very accurate, with just a little tiny gap between the modules of below 2 millimeters. So you see how they set up the modules. Here is a picture of this customized construction. And when we have settled that problem, or that challenge, however you call it, they ask us, we had an idea to give this panel a 3-dimensional light fading. So they ask us, do you have any idea to add value to the lighting system? So we said, we know somebody who is very skilled in backlighting special materials for special projects. So we took somebody in our boat, told him about the project, about this light fading they wanted to have over each single sheet, and we built light boxes for every single panel. So you could exactly control the light for each single sheet. Here you see the electricity. So the team which started with Lamberts and built with our network a niche of very exclusive glass specialists, made this project from sand to the final product. And the major message I want to get up with this project, because everybody thinks that must be extraordinarily expensive. Yes, it's a very exclusive product. It's a very exclusive handmade process. But finally, with the idea to bring the technical light not through an additional lighting equipment in the staircases, but through the wall, we just had the light wall as decorative aspect, as artistic aspect, but also as technical aspect. So the whole staircase is just lightened up by the glass walls. And this was a really, really great teamwork between the architect, the builder, Akademische Hus, the user, Karolinska Institute, and everyone that's been involved. So this was the project Biomedicum, and I've brought some examples. I give some comments in a short teaser, about 5 minutes, just for your inspiration, that you see what can be done with the traditional stained glass technique, with the specialists working a lot with traditional stuff in very, very modern design and art projects. I hope it works out. So some moments from the production process. It has a lot to do with fire, with energy. A lot to do with crafts. So by the way, the manual production process was listed as intangible UNESCO World Heritage. It's a signal in both ways. It's a very rare technique. You should be aware. But it's also very exclusive. So you see, our glass is being installed at public places like airports. You have to fulfill all safety requirements, fire resistancy, thermal issues. Our product is just the decorative element that's been added to the technical product. Here you see a design made with full sheets, acid-etched flash glass, and assembled on a big carrier. The color fading is designed at Lamberts. During the preparation of the glass for the cylinder, a very simple, customized, handmade product, just installed by a carpenter, in a kitchen block or an entrance. Yeah, we are proud of that reference, even if it was very hard to manufacture. We've learned how many white glasses you can produce, with a blue shimmer, with a yellow shimmer, with several transparencies, densities. It's all hand cut, the glass silver coated from the backside and assembled to the wall with simple natural stone glue or mirror glue. A cooperation with Swarovski at the top of the rock. So details are very, very important in our process. And I'm aware that we are just a little detail at this fair, but it could be a very significant detail. I mentioned the Berluti brand, which is designing all their new stores around the world with our material because it suits perfectly to this handmade real leather shoe and bags and stuff they do. The product, as it is, with a customized lighting system, we developed that at Lamberts. This wall was done, it was a big design, and then we brought it down to the production size and produced every single sheet exactly according to a sketch the designer made. Yeah. That's it. So a traditional process, very individual, very exclusive to the same time, a big network which is demanding your attention. I really appreciate that you showed up, and hope you enjoyed the lecture. Tack så mycket.